Hello and welcome back to The Brew Interviews, the only beer podcast hosted by the chairman of the Ouija board. I am Robbie, and joining me as always via the internet is my best friend Lauren. It is episode 81, and this week is another movie review, where Lauren and I watch the beloved 1973 classic horror film, The Exorcist. So grab some holy water, your crucifix, the nearest priest, and join us this week on The Brew Interviews.
The Brew Interviews, coast to coast, brews, faves, and more, with Lauren and Robbie.
So how you been, Lauren?
Well, Robbie, not gonna lie, this week was a rough week, but I am happy.
You on your period?
Well, a little bit. It's spotty here and there.
Called it.
Well, it's not because of my period. I don't have my period, but I'm a continuous spotter because my period's all fucked up. Yeah, well, you asked. You brought up the period. Well, you brought up the period, therefore you brought up.
I brought up PMS. I did not bring up continuous spotter.
Well,
okay,
that's just deer, I have cysts on my ovaries. That's how it works.
Oh my god.
I bet you're gonna regret bringing up PMS forever from now on.
Can we restart this? I'll say it again and we'll just delete all of that. So how you been, Lauren? Minus period stuff.
Well, it was a rough week, Robbie, but I'm thankful for my friends and my family and my wonderful partner, and that's that. I feel good today, and I'm happy to be recording with you, even though I have to stay up and edit this episode tonight. So,
tornado didn't get you, so that's good.
The tornado didn't get me, and I have a terrible fear of wind, so...
Not of tornadoes, just of wind.
Well, tornadoes are involved because they are made of wind, but...
They're made of wind.
So I was nervous, but I'm really disappointed because the storm was not as good here as it was in the Snapchats that I was getting from Keene, so I'm a little pissed. I love a good thunderstorm. I was watching The Exorcist while this thunderstorm was happening, and I had turned all the lights in my apartment off and pulled my chair up to the window, and I have a really good view of the skyline, so I just sat there and watched it, and I was disappointed because it wasn't worse than it was.
Did it not hit you guys really at all?
I was right on the edge of it, so
okay.
The way the clouds were moving, it literally I was on the edge of it because it was wicked dark, to the west of me, but to the east it was super light. You could see the edge of the storm.
Really?
Yeah. At least where I was, we were right on the edge of the bad stuff. So
yeah, it definitely passed right over us at one point. You could tell, you're all right, there it is, and then but it went by in maybe an hour. It didn't last for it rained. It was still wet out this morning when I went out to take minor, but it was not as bad of a storm for me as I thought it was going to be, and I'm a little disappointed. I love a good thunderstorm. Was there even a tornado anywhere?
No, I don't think so, but the wind, the winds were really high.
Yeah, but that doesn't automatically mean tornado.
No, but it's a higher risk of tornado.
Tornadoes
are terrifying.
You've gone through 0 tornadoes in your life, right?
There has been one tornado there's actually been a few that's come through Keene, mostly through Westmoreland. I think there's been 2 or 3.
You just said a few have come through Keene, and then you mentioned Westmoreland. That's
it's close enough to Keene, but one came through the Cheshire Fairgrounds that one time.
Yeah,
my mom, listen, there was fucking tornado warnings, and the sky was turning green, and my mom told me that I had to sit in the pantry with a beanbag chair on my head, and that is why I'm afraid of tornadoes.
Wait, what?
I had to sit in the pantry because it's the most, it was the safest, tornado room in the house.
Okay.
Right? And then she made me put a fucking beanbag chair on my head, so if a tornado hit, my head wouldn't get hit with all the cans.
So
she was thinking it through. It makes sense.
I know. I don't think it does.
It makes perfect sense. When you want to protect yourself,
get in this pantry.
I know. Well, there's a hidden door behind the microwave in our pantry, but I think she was just too lazy to open it up.
Yeah, she didn't want to save her daughter from a tornado.
Well, it's also under the stairs, which hasn't been exposed to air or anything in 20 years, so...
You were living like Harry Potter?
No, I wasn't living like Harry Potter, but there was an opportunity for me to if I wanted to.
Yeah, you should have done that.
You're right, I should have. Damn. All those missed opportunities. Well, anyways, Robbie, how are you doing?
Not too bad. Survived a tornado, so that was fun.
Oh, well... Oh, did a tornado touch down near you, or...?
No, nothing at all. We cooked pasta.
What did I make last night? I don't remember.
I don't give a shit, Lord.
Oh, okay. I just heated up some egg rolls.
Yeah. Some frozen
pot
bullshit.
stickers. Yeah.
Bullshit.
I made a really
What are
good
you drinking?
burger tonight. Well, Robbie, in honor of our topic this evening, I am drinking Born Sinner from Branch and Blade. I don't know why, I just forgot their name for 2 seconds. But it's a New England IPA. It's 7% ABV. And it's now their go-to IPA. Drawing from the inspiration of the Seven Deadly Sins series. Wow.
Yes.
I can't talk at all tonight.
Ever.
Well, I guess you're right.
You've had like a Branch and Blade beer, like
I know. Well, I was
A lot.
thinking that. I almost didn't drink Branch and Blade, but the name just sounded so good and it's going to look good in pictures, so I had to drink it. I promise next week I will not drink a Branch and Blade beer.
That's
unless it is the perfect match for the topic that evening. That's my only. Anyways, this is delicious. It's sweet and it's actually a little bit more bitter than what I've been drinking from them because all I've been drinking from them is sours. But
sours.
yeah, but it does have I just mouthwashed a little while ago, so I'm not like picking up the best.
Washed.
Yeah. Well, I ate dinner and I was like, oh, I don't want this burger to like fuck up my taste.
Ruin the taste of the beer.
Well, it was an Asian burger. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
So you thought minty mouthwash was the
well, yeah, but I did it like an hour ago, and it's still like
you could have just left
the
the fucking burger.
Robbie. Okay, it was a garlicky burger. I had garlic breath. I didn't want it. I needed to mouthwash.
I needed to mouthwash.
Okay, I flossed my teeth, so I had to mouthwash.
I don't want to think about that.
Well, okay. I'm not gonna let everyone know what this beer is like until a little bit later when my mouth is not as disgusting tasting. This beer, however, is good on the first sip before the mouthwash kicks in. So
nice.
Yeah. What about you, Robbie? What are you drinking?
I am also drinking New Hampshire beer. I am drinking Velvety Antlers from Granite Roots Brewing in Troy, New Hampshire.
Oh.
It is a brown ale at 5.5% alcohol.
Uh-huh.
And it is quite fucking good.
Really?
I like brown ales.
I've warmed up to brown ales. The other choice that I was going to drink tonight was a brown ale. But
Was it Branch and Blade?
It was a Branch and Blade. Honestly, so that's Granite Roots, right? You said
Yeah.
Granite Roots used to be Mooselik.
Sure.
And then they were getting sued by another company because their names are too similar or something. I don't know.
Moose
But,
Drool.
it might have been.
I think there is one called Moose Drool.
Well, that's the name of a beer, but the company name used to be Mooselik. They changed it to Granite Roots. I have honestly never liked any beer that I've ever had from them, ever.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't even buy their beer anymore because I don't like it. So
This is very
I'm really
good.
glad that you like it. So now I'm gonna go get that one to see if it's good. But honestly, I've never liked any of their beers.
Wow. Well, I guess I picked the right one then.
Well, good.
It says something about... So it's brewed by Granite Roots in Troy and under special agreement. Manchester, New Hampshire. The fuck does
Maybe
that
they're guest brewing at another brewery. Like they're also brewing somewhere in
mean?
Manchester.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
Like they're just like
Doesn't really
renting
explain.
space. Or maybe somebody else is brewing for them. Like they're contracting out somebody to brew. People do that.
Yeah, that's
I
just
think
kinda
that's
weird.
a thing.
Yeah, sure. These
Yeah.
are with, like bigger breweries, aren't they?
Sure. I don't know.
Sure, we know a whole lot.
We don't know anything.
We know everything.
All
Speaking
of
of
it.
knowing everything, did you see this whole like Twitter explosion about Adele losing 100 pounds?
First off, she looks fucking great. Good for
Yeah, she
her.
looks amazing.
Nobody should comment on anyone's weight, no matter what. So everyone can fuck off. She lost weight. She looks good. She's healthy now. Okay. Thank you.
You know who's hating on her?
Who?
Girls.
Yeah, because
It's
girls
all
hate on
girls.
everyone. They're
Yes.
mad because she lost weight and now she's
Yes.
like one of the skinny people and like yeah,
Yeah.
but shouldn't you be happy that she like worked really hard on
No.
like bettering her life?
Because girls are crazy.
Girls are jealous. Girls get jealous.
Oh,
like everyone should
horribly
just be
jealous.
happy for everyone. Like what
Oh,
if
yeah.
she's happy that she lost weight and she did it in a healthy way, then you should just be fucking happy for her.
Yeah, people
Don't
are
be
saying
a
that
little bitch.
she is fat shaming people by losing weight. It's confusing. There's no
Probably
logic there.
because okay, I can kind of see like where someone would find an argument in being like she was really empowering curvy women and like she was a role model for everyone, but like also she can still be a role model for people. Like
Yeah, Just because you're curvy or not curvy doesn't have anything to fucking do with that.
Also, just because she lost 100 pounds, have you still heard her talk? She sounds like a fucking garbage woman. She sings like an angel, but her voice is so crass.
That's because she's from like the white trash region of England, which is most of England.
Funny. It is like literally the funniest thing ever. Like she just sounds like the trashiest like English person, but she sings like a fucking miracle angel from the heavens above.
And all these horrible women are just like tearing her apart for absolutely no reason.
Everyone should just shut the fuck up.
Everyone shut the fuck up. I was listening to another podcast with my favorite comedian, Tom Segura, and they brought up the whole Adele thing, and he was saying because he does a whole competition every year,
right,
to like lose weight
with Joe Rogan, right?
Sometimes Joe, mostly Bert Kreischer, but
yeah.
And Tom's made a good point. He's like, the only way you can lose 100 pounds and still be healthy is if you have 100 pounds to lose. So obviously she wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She lost 100 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. Like she isn't, it's not like she's anorexic.
No.
Like,
I think people are just making more than it is.
Yeah, I think people are just mad that she lost weight.
That's a fucking hard thing to do.
It's wicked hard. I'm officially at 15 pounds, so I know how hard it is.
Yeah, well, Adele did 100. So
I know.
Shut up, Lauren.
I've only been doing it for 5 months.
Ugh.
God.
Adele did it in 1 week.
That's because she's, again, a fucking angel. I
shit my brains out the other week and I lost probably 10 pounds. So
I was going to say, maybe she just like took a pill and just shit her brains out for a couple months.
Yeah.
And then...
That
doesn't sound like a way to lose weight for me. No, well, it's called like water pills and shit. Like, take those.
Water pills?
Yeah, essentially.
X-Lax? Just take X-Lax. Clear your whole body out.
You take them and they just get rid of all the water weight in your body through pee and poop. So...
I don't know how accurate that would work, but you know.
Well, I don't know.
So enough about fat people, Lauren.
Oh, what? All right.
You kept making it about fat people.
What are you talking about? I made it about Adele. She's a fucking fierce, badass bitch. She should keep doing what she's doing. She makes more money than all of us put together, so everyone could just be quiet.
I would have slept with her when she was big.
Fuck yeah, same.
She just sang to me.
Yep. Oh, I would be making her sing, Robbie. That's
no,
what I
you
would
wouldn't.
Be
Shut up.
Oh yeah.
Shut up.
Oh yeah.
You ain't making nobody sing.
I know this fucking quarantine, man. I haven't touched another human in like 2 months.
You're sick of making out with your dog?
Yeah. Although I did get my Athena order, so I'm really looking forward to tonight.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Athena is a sex toy.
You don't have enough of those?
Well, I'm not... Listen.
You literally have a chest.
Like yeah, but it's not a dildo. It's a vibrator. And I don't have any vibrators, because I don't like vibrators. But this one I plan to use for a little rim stim, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't have a vagina, so...
No, I'm not talking about my vagina, Robbie.
Oh!
I'm looking forward to it. Yep.
This podcast turned really gross today. You're
well, we should give it an Exorcist,
spotting.
Robbie.
An
exorcism.
A man of God to work on your fucking vagina. Okay.
Well, I'm a born sinner, so... It's a rainbow. It's a rainbow on the can, too, which makes me even happier.
This week, we watched probably one of my favorite horror movies of all time.
Oh, wow.
And that is the shut your fucking mouth, Lauren. I don't want to fucking hear what you have to say. 1973 classic, The Exorcist. Okay? Yep. Directed and produced by William Friedkin. I don't know if he really did much after that. At least nothing to this big of acclaim.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, so.
You don't know who anybody is. I have a little synopsis here that I wrote up for those of you that are not familiar with the film. Action. "12-year-old Regan. They say both. They say both in the movie. It fucked me up.
I'm pretty sure they say Reagan.
They say both. I made sure of it. I was like,
fuck them.
Yeah. 12-year-old Regan gets possessed by an ancient Sumerian demon named as Pazuzu.
Which they never say in the movie ever.
True. Regan's mother, a famous actress, must enlist the help of a priest/psychologist/boxer named Father Karras. Father Karras, who does not believe in possessions, soon realizes that this is real and is more than he's equipped to handle. He then pleads with the church to do an exorcism, but since Father Karras has no experience in this, they reach out to the old and decrepit Father Marin, who for some reason is also an archaeologist. Together, they fight the forces of evil to save Linda Blair and her future acting career. Linda Blair plays the little girl, if you didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah. So starting off, what did you think about this movie?
Well, Robbie, it is not my favorite horror.
You don't like
movie.
any movies, so it's okay.
This was probably one of the most boring movies I've ever. You could have cut this entire movie out to like the last half an hour, and it would have been a good movie.
The last hour, like
maybe 40 minutes.
the last 40 minutes.
The last 40 minutes of this movie were the only part worth watching. I don't
Oh, shut
understand
up.
the entire purpose of the first 10 minutes when they're over in Iraq or Iran or wherever they are. I think they're in
Yeah.
Iran. But
Iraq.
Are they in Iraq?
They're in Iraq.
Okay. Yeah, they are in Iraq. I don't understand that part at all. There should have been something more informative in there about what was happening. Also, if he's an archaeologist, he would not have broken off the like rock on that statue the way that he did.
I don't know if he was a real archaeologist, but he was just kind of doing archaeologist things.
Well, he was dumb. He shouldn't have done that.
Because you're an archaeologist.
Well, I've taken an archaeology class and they teach you not to
shut
do that
up,
shit.
You fucking loser.
Jesus. It was an
Did you
elective.
pay for this?
Yeah, I took
Did
it
you
at
pay
Keene
for-
State.
Wow, that is sad as fuck.
Well, I needed an elective and it sounded fun. I always wanted to be an archaeologist. My second choice in career would be a paleontologist, so.
Yeah, because you know so much about dinosaurs.
I love dinosaurs.
That doesn't mean you know a lot about dinosaurs.
Yeah, because I'm not a paleontologist. You go to school to learn about them, Robbie. God. Anyways, I thought this movie was boring, and I understand how good it is for like the time that it came out, and that it's like literally the most like top grossing R-rated movie, like if you account for inflation, like ever.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my favorite.
You didn't like the part where she shoved the crucifix up her vagina?
Honestly, it was a little disturbing.
So-
Anything that had to do with a little girl showing her pussy to men made me very uncomfortable.
Now imagine this in 1973.
Oh, I can see how it would be very controversial. It almost got an X rating. Almost.
It's fucking crazy. I like this movie. I mean, yeah, it is slow at certain parts, but when you know what's coming and you like, I don't know, the visuals for the time, the makeup was amazing. Like, I think she still looks creepy today, and I'm like, okay, that's fucking creepy looking.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Her makeup was good. The makeup for the Mirren, was that his name? The priest?
Father Marin?
Yeah.
The
Marin?
old.
Yeah. You know that he was 45 years old when they...
He's always looked old, though.
No. That was all makeup. It took 3 hours to do his old person makeup every day.
I've seen old pictures of him, though. He just looks like an old fucking man.
Well, he does have like an old man look, but he was only 45 when they did that. They aged him a lot for that.
Father
role.
Marin was played by Max von Sydow, who actually just passed away the other month.
Yeah, like he was young.
He was
when
90.
When he was doing this movie.
He still looks old anyway. Max von Sydow. He was in Awakenings with Robin Williams, Ghostbusters, Star Wars, Game of Thrones, voice actor for Skyrim. He was in Shutter Island. He was Emperor Ming in Flash Gordon. If you've never seen Flash Gordon,
Nope.
Please watch Flash Gordon. It is the most hokey, fucking campy, weird movie ever. It's great.
Oh, good.
Is it 80s? I think it's 80s.
I think it's 80s.
Yeah. We also have Linda Blair, and this was like her first big movie. She played Reagan.
Reagan. I'm gonna call her Reagan. You call her Regan.
President Reagan.
Yeah. She was.
She was weird in this. I always thought her acting was weird. I always thought she played like she was a 6-year-old and not a 12-year-old like she is in the movie.
Well, this was like her first like movie acting role. She had only been in like commercials and like little like ads and stuff.
There
like
was
small.
there's like
small
something
roles.
before in her filmography, but nothing we'd know.
Yeah, it was all very small stuff. So this was like her first like bigger role.
Still,
She was only 13 when she was cast, and she actually beat out 600 other applicants, some of which were Denise Nickerson, which is the girl who plays...
Denise Nickerson?
That's who plays Violet in the Willy Wonka movie.
Oh, she's not a good actor either, so that's
Well,
good.
you're not wrong. Dana Plato from...
The name sounds familiar.
Different Strokes.
Different Strokes.
Yep. And she also beat out Carrie Fisher, so...
Carrie Fisher?
Yeah. That's what one thing
How
I
old was
read
Carrie
said.
Fisher in 73.
Beats me. I don't know.
I feel like she would have been too old for that.
Well, that's probably why she beat her out. Or maybe it was the mom that she was supposed to.
Yeah.
Play.
Speaking of the mom, played by Ellen Burstyn, who literally is in nothing else important. ever in her whole entire
At
acting
all.
career. She's done a lot, but nothing notable at all.
Well, it's all
little things here and there.
yeah.
We also have Father Karras, who is the other, who I think besides Regan is the main character, is Father Karras.
Who is
Father Karras? Are you serious?
Is that's Demi, right? The Demi.
Yeah, Demi.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
all right, okay.
It's played by Jason Miller. He really didn't do a whole lot of acting at all after this. Very, very few things.
But he was specifically chosen for that role.
Yep. He came back to play in The Exorcist 3 in 1990
Oh, cool.
and The Exorcist 3 Legion in 2016.
How many Exorcist movies are there?
I think there's 4, but I was like, oh, that's cool. He was playing in the other Exorcist movies, but I'm like, wait, he died in the first one. What was his fucking part in the other one?
Maybe he just came back as like a
spirit,
a different character. Like he wasn't himself. Like he was just playing somebody else, like in the movie.
Maybe that's.
Or maybe it was like a
cameo.
or a flashback of some sort,
It's possible.
or a forward flash. I don't know how the movies are set up. I don't know.
Forward, back, and flash.
Yeah, maybe it was like reverting to like an old or new memory or something. I don't know.
I still love this movie. Maybe it's because I saw it as a kid and it has a lot of nostalgia factor to it, but I just think it's fun to watch. I think those scenes with Regan being possessed are just insane and just so over the top, but they also, like, even today, that's like, wow, that's kind of creepy. Like, it's creepy.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, the last 40 minutes of this movie are great. I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
In the last 40 minutes. The rest of
but
it...
you could say that about a shitload of movies, too. The last 40 minutes are the best part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'll say it about those movies, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying. The last 40 minutes are the only minutes of this movie worth watching. Although I did see that they had deleted a scene that I wish that they had left in the movie and taken some other nonsense out that didn't need to be there. But there was a scene that they had hired a contortionist to like walk
down
like
the stairs.
crab walk backwards down the stairs, and it was
Yeah.
it was a pretty cool scene. You can watch it. They have like you can find it on YouTube, or like they have a director's cut version of
I was going to say,
Exorcist.
I think my DVD version that I own personally, I don't have right now, but I think that one actually does contain that scene because I was like, I know I've seen that scene before.
Yeah. There's like it wasn't released in like the original like
No.
film, but I'm sure that like any DVD now has like an option to see it, or like a director's cut version. But
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, because they re-released another one with it in there, I think.
I'm sure it's been re-released 1,000 times.
Yes.
I love just some of the quotes that like the demon that's possessing her. They're so great. Like I still remember them to this day. Like one of the first ones that he says is, "The sow is mine."
Yeah, after
Referring to the girl.
she like tells the old men,
Fuck me.
fuck me. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, I'm so uncomfortable right now.
It's so fucking funny. But I think the best is when she goes downstairs when they're playing the piano.
And she just fucking pisses on the rug.
Well, she says, you're going to die up there. And then she just starts pissing on the floor.
See, and now that whole part of the movie, I don't know if I just like wasn't paying attention or I didn't understand. She said that you're going to die up there.
Yeah.
But she said it to
the astronaut.
Yeah, but that's not who died.
No. Nobody died. But he
Burke
was
died.
See, that's a different guy. But no, there's the astronaut there because he's talking about it earlier in the party. He's saying, yeah, we're going to go back up again for the Apollo or whatever mission. And that's why she comes back down. And she's like,
all right. I must have just like missed that scene or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what? What is she talking about? Up where? What's going on? Then I was like, and then they were like, Burke died. And I was like, but that's not who fucking she was talking to.
Yeah, then we got the crucifix as a sex toy, which is fucking crazy.
Oh,
apparently, like
disgusting.
in the book, it was so much more graphic.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure it was, but you can't put that in a movie.
No, not at all. Let's see. I'm trying to find one of the other lines that she always says. What an excellent day for an exorcism.
That's like a classic line. Like
so
everyone
amazing.
uses that.
And people who haven't seen the movie know what that's from.
Yeah, well, in that, sorry. No, I was trying to get a burp, but it was like foamy. It wasn't coming up. That, and I finally realized what that fucking music was from.
Tubular Bells?
Yeah! Did you know that was written by a 19-year-old?
Yep.
Crazy.
I did. Tubular Bells, yeah. It like skyrocketed to like the top of the charts in the UK. But
I'm sure.
That used to be like one of my ringtones back in the day. It was Tubular Bells.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. And the Halloween theme.
Did you know? So probably one of my most favorite fun facts about this movie is that there's a real life serial killer as an actor in it.
Really?
Yeah. You know the X-ray technician, the guy?
Like when they take her to the hospital at one of the times.
Yeah.
There's a few times. I don't remember which one it is.
So he's like, you'll be just fine or something like that. Like he like has like one line or two lines.
Oh, yeah.
When they're like,
when it's scrolling and you can see the reflection in his glasses.
No, he's not wearing.
Is that the guy?
No, he's not wearing glasses.
Oh,
he's like
that
a
was
younger.
Cool shot, though.
He's like a younger guy. It's like the first time she goes in.
Right.
They like put the thing like on her chest and like it's
I know
wicked loud. Yeah, he 4 years after this movie was released was convicted of murder because he was murdering just lots of homosexual men in New York and chopping their bodies up and throwing them in the river.
Nice.
Yeah. So after he was convicted of that, the same who's the director's name? Say his name.
Friedkin.
Yeah, Friedkin. I think I said Friedkin. That's funny. He made another movie called Cruisin', I think. That is based on him.
His murders.
Murders. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know if I've seen that.
It has who's the guy that plays Scarface?
Al Pacino.
Yeah, it's got him in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like
It's really weird.
Yep.
It's really weird. Yeah.
So that's a fun fact for this movie.
So one thing I wanted to look up, but I actually forgot to, was after this movie came out in 73, and I think it got like more release in like 74. Like it was like small.
I think it like 74 was like the big.
I wanted to see if the number of possessions and exorcisms kind of went up.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think they would track anything, and if anybody did track it, it'd be the church, and the church isn't going to release records like that.
No.
But I would always think that would be kind of funny. It's like when a movie releases that's really popular, and the next year there's like a boom and baby names.
Yeah.
For that main character.
Yeah.
It's the same idea, but was there
or
more
all the sightings of Slender Man now that like that case with like the Slender Man kid or whatever, like. Jesus. That would be interesting because this movie is based on a book that was based on an actual like real life case of possession. I'm finger quoting, but possession.
Yeah.
That happened somewhere in the US. But there have only been like 3 like actual like possession like exorcisms performed by the church that have been like okayed by the church.
They've been sanctioned by the church, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
But
do you think there's a boost? Do you think there's a boost in girls' names being called Regan? After
Reagan?
This movie?
Yeah, probably.
Regan?
You say Regan. I'm gonna say Reagan.
I'm gonna say
potato tomato. I don't know. So I have some fun facts about the sound effects. You want to know them?
Sure.
Great. So you know the sound that it makes when her head is turning like all the way around?
Yep.
Do you know what makes that sound, Robbie? You want to take a guess?
I don't know.
It's an old leather wallet that one of the crew members had that they would just twist.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's all it is.
That is a horrible fun fact.
I know. Well, that and the lady that did the demon voice for Reagan.
Yeah, I read a lot about her.
Yeah, her and Reagan never met. They never met at all ever. But she, in order to get that voice, would chain smoke cigarettes and then drink whiskey and raw eggs
on set.
Yeah.
So she could get the creepier voice,
like the right consistency and voice, and like and with the sound effects of like the vomit and stuff. Like that's crazy. That and the vomit is actually Anderson's pea soup mixed with oatmeal. Yeah. They used Anderson's because they first used Campbell's and it didn't work as well.
The woman that does the voice of the possessed Reagan, I think she believes sued or tried to sue the movie director or like the company or whoever.
Is it a Warner Brothers movie?
No, I don't think it was Warner Brothers, but
she was suing the production agency
because she didn't get credit for the voice, but she had originally stated that she didn't want credit for the voice, but then had just changed her mind later. And that's kind of like, I mean, they eventually gave her credit. They were fine with it. They didn't care. It's not like it was a big deal to give her credit. But apparently Linda Blair got nominated for an Academy Award because of that. Because of the voice? Because nobody knew it was another woman. They just thought it was Linda Blair doing. some crazy shit.
Oh.
So there was some crazy stuff with that, and I guess
Interesting.
yeah, and once you get nominated for something, you can't get unnominated. So they just had to run with it and hope that she didn't win or something like that.
You
I don't
can't
even know if she
get
did win.
unnominated?
Dude, Academy Awards and the Oscars are so fucking rigged anyway. It's crazy.
So it's just like the movie rating system. Literally, the whole fucking thing is rigged.
Oh, the not ESRB,
whoever gives it the R rating,
yeah.
MV. Like, don't listen to ratings, people. Just watch whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, pay attention to ratings a little bit.
Well, I mean, like, don't like watch a movie before you let your kids watch it if you're concerned. But
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, like before you take them in to go see Pitch Perfect 3 or 2 or whatever it was, and there's just a bunch of dick and fart jokes, and none of the little girls understand it, and the moms are all there acting, why does my daughter not get this movie? Because you didn't look at the ratings. Just saying.
Well, you're not wrong.
Who's your favorite actor in this movie, Lauren?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I love the old man, Father Merrin.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think I like him the best
because like he doesn't have to say a lot, but it's just his posture and his
persona.
Very,
he's a very commanding character. Yeah.
And he was pretty good. I think he did a good job too. He's a very not polished actor, but he's kind of like Sir Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Like they're very proper and
yeah, exactly,
things like that. And apparently he was offended by
commanding people, like just in general. I think.
Apparently he was kind of like offended by some of the stuff that they had Linda Blair say.
Oh yeah, well that Ellen Burstyn, what's
the mother?
The mother. She only once she was offered the role, she only accepted it if they took out the line "I believe in the devil" from the screenplay.
She was supposed to say that, right?
She was supposed to say it. And she wouldn't take the role unless they removed it.
Yeah, it was the 70s, I guess.
Well, that and it was really controversial because her character was essentially an atheist. Because when they ask, like, do you have any like religious belief, she was like, no, like neither of us do. Yeah. And so like for that time, that was a pretty controversial statement to make. So
one thing I never understood is how she gets possessed. Is it from the Ouija board that she plays with?
I think that the house had. Well, see, again, that's like one of the things that like wasn't explained very well. The thing is that the demon that possessed her was Pazuzu, which is never mentioned in this movie. It is in the second movie. Yeah. The statue that's found in Iraq is a Pazuzu statue.
Like an idol, yeah.
But they never make, or unless I missed it, they don't make the connection between that statue and how Reagan is involved with that statue. She doesn't have any connection with any of the like fathers or like so
I honestly don't remember.
I have no idea, but she said that she found the Ouija board in the house. So I'm thinking that like there was just some sort of like other force in the house that like brought her to the Ouija board, and then Pazuzu just like came through the Ouija board.
That's like the least frightening demon name, by the way.
Pazuzu? Well, Pazuzu is actually not like a demon. He comes from like a different
Sumeria.
Yeah.
He's ancient Sumerian. But no, he's like the
wind demon.
He's a demon. He is a demon, but
he's a but it's not like the type of demon that like we think of.
No, it's not like Christian Catholic.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's still demon evil entity.
Which is funny because like they use Catholicism to like yeah, that was difficult to say. I'm gay, so it doesn't work naturally. I don't remember what I was saying now. But it's funny that they use Catholicism to like cast out a demon that's not a like Catholic demon or something like that. Just thinking about it now, that's funny. But again,
they did a lot of movies though.
Yeah, but I don't understand. I don't understand how the two are connected or how they got connected in this movie.
I don't really care. I just like the possession part of it. It's amazing. I get excited to watch it every time. It's just cool.
See, I want the explanation. Effects. That's why I'm frustrated with this movie, because parts of it don't make sense.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But again, maybe it's just something that it's not okay, Robbie. I need to know. At least give me some more hints so I can figure it out.
So when I looked up the ratings, that is one of the few, like there wasn't a lot of negative reviews for this movie. And the ones that I did read that were negative were a little too long.
Way too long.
And just kind of parts didn't make sense. Like they were just unnecessary scenes. Yes. Which I understand.
I would have gotten rid of some of those scenes and put in the crab walking one.
Put in the crab walking one. On IMDb, this has an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
On Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato score, which is like I think it's their critic score, is 83%.
Wow.
The audience score is 87%.
Wow.
This is like the best rated movie I think we've ever watched, by the way.
And it's probably one of my least favorite ones
Shut up.
I've watched.
Metacritic has it at 81 out of 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why it has the good ratings. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I get it from like a critic standpoint. I get it from the time standpoint. For me, it was just boring. It was just boring.
Maybe because you watched it by yourself and it's not as... I don't know. I feel like you need somebody there to converse with over a movie to
You think
to
so?
enjoy it more sometimes. Yeah, I think so.
Well, maybe.
Especially you, because you don't shut the fuck up when we watch movies, so...
What are you talking about? I don't talk during movies.
Really?
All right. Well, maybe I do sometimes. Depends on the movie.
You're one of the worst.
I am not that bad. At least I talk about the movie. I don't talk about other things.
So if you had to give it a rating out of 5, Lauren, what do you give it?
I'll give it a 2.5.
2.5?
2.5, 3. Yeah.
Really? Oh, that
I've
hurts
just,
me
Robbie,
inside.
it really wasn't. I understand, but it wasn't for me.
Oh my god.
I might watch
think
the other ones now, but
I wouldn't.
okay, I won't watch the
I
other
think I've
ones.
watched the second one and I don't remember anything of it, which is probably not a good thing, right?
No.
I still quote the first one today, so it's
Everyone quotes the first one.
everyone
today,
quotes the first one today.
which
Fuck
makes
me.
it a good
Fuck
movie.
me.
Oh God! All right. Well, everyone says that.
The tongue work is so good. Good.
Yeah, Robbie.
By a 12-year-old? Okay, I shouldn't say that.
All right. I'm gonna. Never mind.
She's got a future ahead of her in Hollywood.
Did she even do anything after this movie?
Oh my, Linda Blair?
Yeah, I don't know
A
if she is.
shitload of stuff.
What'd she do?
Constant TV shows. She was a host in a lot of shows too. A lot of paranormal shows. She was like the host.
Oh,
It
cool.
was kind of cool. Yeah.
Neat. Maybe I just don't know what she looks like now.
Yeah. You'd recognize her.
Would I? All right, I'll have to
instantly.
look
I
her
think
up.
you would. The rating I would give it, I gotta give it a 4 out of 5. It's not perfect. The editing is not amazing. They didn't do anything revolutionary, I think, besides the makeup and kind of like the barriers that they pushed for 1973.
I think it was really controversial for the time that it came out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you know that you know how they can like you can see their breath because their room is supposed to be cold?
Oh, it was a refrigerated room.
Yeah, they dropped. Do you know what they fucking dropped the temperature to?
No.
-30. They would drop
Ooh.
the temperature to -30 overnight so that it would stay cold through the whole
Yeah,
day of
the day.
production.
And
And
Linda Blair was wearing what, a nightgown, a skimpy nightgown.
yeah, exactly. Because the director wanted them to like actually look uncomfortable and cold.
They did a good damn job at that. That was good.
And the mom got a permanent spine injury.
She looks like a whiner to me. Is that just me?
Well, I understand the back pain, but like she got thrown. They were on like when Reagan is like flopping back and forth on the bed and like everyone's getting thrown around a room. They're all on pulleys that like people are just like pulling around. So like I can see how if somebody yanked you too hard and you hit a wall, like yeah, you might fuck your back up a little bit because in the 70s they're not as safe as they are today.
Exactly. Yeah, and apparently there's some of the reactions were legit reactions.
Oh
from,
yeah.
From seeing Linda Blair's makeup for the first time or getting vomited on. Father Marin gets not Marin, Father Karras, the younger guy. Demi. When he gets vomited on, originally it was supposed to just hit his chest, but instead it hit him in the fucking face, and he was actually mad.
Oh yeah, he stormed off set. He was pissed. Well, it's because the director told him it was only supposed to hit his chest.
Yeah, it malfunctioned.
But no, it was supposed to hit him in the mouth. The director said it was supposed to hit him in the mouth.
See,
but
I
he
read it was
he just didn't
malfunctioned.
tell him it was supposed to hit him in the mouth because he wanted him to be surprised.
Where'd you read that? Because I read that it malfunctioned, the tube malfunctioned, and it shot higher than it was supposed to.
Oh, I don't know.
I heard it. Said up.
No, I heard it on YouTube.
You heard it on YouTube?
Yeah. Well, that's what the guy said.
Those deep searches.
But the director would also shoot off blanks right before they started acting so that they would be like scared and on edge.
But yeah, apparently I can't remember who they did it to, but they fired off the blank in somebody's ear, like super close. It might have been Father Karras, the guy, Jason Miller. and he got fucking pissed off again.
Oh, really?
Because a blank is still a gunshot, by the way. It's
it's still loud.
It's a gunshot, it just doesn't have the bullet in it. It's still a shell with gunpowder. Like, it's nothing. It's still gonna fucking ring your head.
Oh, yeah.
So that's very dangerous. I mean, that's how, what's his name? Bruce Lee, his son, died.
Yeah, because
on the set of The Crow. It was a blank, and he was too close to and it fucking killed him.
Jesus.
Yeah. So let's not fire blanks at people.
Yeah. Why are we doing that anyways?
Oh, man.
The 70s, man.
Oh, back in the day. Lauren gives it a 2.5. I give it a 4. And now that we've rated the movie, we're going to rate our beers real quick.
Woohoo! Lauren,
what do you got?
Well, Robbie, I am drinking Born Sinner from Branch and Blade Brewing. It is a New England IPA, 7% ABV. And now that I have my taste buds back, it is sweet and winey and more bitter than I'm used to in their IPAs, I think. It's good. I really like it. It's delicious. This beer is going to get a higher rating than that movie, and with a 3.25.
Unfortunately, mine will not get that same high rating. I drank Velvety Antlers from Granite Roots Brewing. It is a brown ale. I like brown ales. It is slowly becoming one of my favorite kinds of beer. Mm-hmm. I've always loved like saisons and IPAs and Kolsch's and stuff like that, but brown ales.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think that the brown, like, breweries are starting to step
underrated.
their game up with brown ales.
Was it Kelsen? Their brown ale is fucking amazing.
Kelsen has a good brown ale. Beer Naked in Vermont has a really good brown ale. I feel like I've had
lots of good brown ales.
Yeah, there's lots of good brown ales.
I'm gonna have to give it 3.5. 3.5
right.
out of 5. Very enjoyable, easy to drink. It's great.
Wonderful.
I don't know why I hate them so much. I want to try their other stuff now just to see.
Yeah, well, now I want to try. I want to try that one.
Yeah. Get it at the Packy.
Love the Packy.
Gotta love the Packy.
Yep. I have a gift certificate to Brewtopia, though, so I'll probably go there.
Oh, yeah. You should give me something.
Yeah, maybe I will. I will use my Christmas present to buy you a present. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing.
Wonderful.
Well, that just about wraps it up for this episode. You can find the Brew Interviews on our Instagram account at The Brew Interviews or on Twitter at Brew Interviews. You can also send us an email at thebrewinterviews@gmail.com or on Facebook under The Brew Interviews. And if you feel so inclined, you can head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/The Brew Interviews and become part of the Brew Interviews family, just like these few people: Hillary, Mitch, Steph, Karen, Danny, Jess, and the Wreck My Podcast crew. Thank you very much for supporting the show. Also, be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. It really helps us out. Anything else, Lauren?
Nope. Stay home. Wear your masks. That's all.
Fuck bitches, get money.
Yeah.
For the Brew Interviews, I'm Robbie.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're not possessed.
Speak for yourself.
This has been The Brew Interviews, a podcast about craft beers coast to coast with Lauren and Robbie.
The tongue work is so good.